It's Friday night and we're all in.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Well, hello. Apparently, sorry, I can hear my assistant behind me saying there's no sound from John.
Thank you, Van, trusty assistant.
The trusty assistant.
So yeah, good evening and welcome to Sgt Grumpy's Chasing Dissent. We're rebranding the channel, as you know, and that's because, just because.
Just because. Sorry.
I do like your little sidetracks that you do.
Yes.
Yeah. I have no idea what the hell's going on this week. It's just like, it's been so bad. Twitter's been such a cesspool that I deactivated it. I spoke to my friend David. You remember him, Shirini? He used to.
Huh?
Do you remember David? He used to join us. Yeah.
You mean the other right, the Irish fella?
Yeah, that Irish fella.
Oh,
I spoke to him.
We don't see him we only see him from time to time, so I do forget about him.
Yeah, I spoke to him, and he suggested I do that for a break, and it's been quite good. I've been more productive. So anyway, enough about me. What about you? How are you doing?
What, me?
What, yeah, you.
Oh,
yeah.
Me, sorry. Because I'm just asking people in the troll room if they can they hear John? Can they hear you?
No, they should be able to hear me now, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm still, I know it's all going to be in the slides, but I'm like, I'm not like angry, but I'm still really upset about the whole Henry Nowak thing and the way the country is going.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I think it's pretty poor. And it did generate a lot of videos from me this week, so I've put out quite a
yes,
few
you did.
videos. So yeah, and some of them are they've been quite an eye opener for me as well, you know, because I've done some research into the police and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
where
was
they
a good
came from
video.
and what they were all about, and really, police are not your friends.
No, they're not.
They're not. They're just not. They were
Don't
never
think so.
designed.
I don't think so, mate.
They were never designed to be your friends either, though.
Does everybody know about your other new channel on
I don't know
YouTube?
if you do or not, but try having a look for critical-reality.com. No, just have a look for critical-reality on YouTube. Yeah, so that's the other channel. I think the link's in the thingy, but there's
Why don't you
stuff
put
up
it-
there.
Why don't you put a link in
Yeah,
the
I
chat,
could do.
and
There's
then
stuff.
and then people can find it. No, it's
Yeah.
really good though. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, so I put stuff up there that's more questioning.
Let's do it. Critical thinking.
Yeah, what to do with critical thinking and stuff.
Using
like that.
this.
Oh, hold on. I know we're all right. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because the last video up had a good go at Musk. In fact,
Oh yeah, no, I watched that one. That was a good one. I liked that.
there's a link to. Right, there's a link to the last video. Right.
Go give it a follow, people, and it's good. It's good content.
What's Beats and Tape saying? That's why they punched him in the head. Yeah, I would punch you in the head too, mate.
Hey, punching.
Use his head as a punch bag. Right. So Beats and Tape says we want our bins back. I don't know what that means. Did somebody take your bins away? What's happened? Been a terrible week. The Henry Nowak thing, a new low for the UK. Yeah. Or is it any different from what we normally get? It's just, you know, I think there's a lot of political capital we made out of it. But anyway, let's start the show, Shalini. Yes. Let's start the show properly and stop this nonsense. So let's get into the slides.
And just a warning, I might do Shalini rant Tourette, go into Shalini rant Tourette's mode.
Yeah.
So you're warned.
Right. First of all,
yeah,
Buffy.
I know.
Buffy star Anthony Head dies at 72. I don't know what Ted Lasso is, so or Lasso.
Maybe that was an American thing that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, it must be. But
no,
yeah,
I can't believe it. I used to love Buffy as a teen.
Complications from pneumonia?
Yeah, that's what the daughters said, apparently.
72's not that old, though, is it? Is it?
I don't know. Maybe he had other things that they didn't want to mention, because I think their mum also died. The mum also died recently as well.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. So it's a bit of a double whammy for them. So it's not great.
If people really love each other, they normally die with them. It's weird. Right, so rest in peace, Anthony. You were good. You were good, mate.
Yeah, no, I liked him.
Yeah. Right. Trump.
Oh no! You know what? I've given up with the whole Iran war, because 1 minute something's happening, it's not happening, it's in, it's out, shake it all about. Who knows what the hell's going on?
It's all down to Israel, really, isn't it? I mean,
it is. Yeah.
Trump wants out. All he has to do if he wants out is sail away. Just freaking sail away.
Sail away, sail away, yeah. Sail away.
That's all he's got to do. But the problem is, if he sails away, there's a good chance our friends with the funny hats will drop a nuke on Iran, you know? And that's just crazy, because the intelligence at this point is indicating that Iran may now have a nuke.
Oh, shit. Because I thought there was like a certain percentage or something. I'm not very good with these kind of things, but I thought they'd only got to a certain percent enriched uranium. Yeah, but I didn't realize that
they got to 60%.
Yeah, that's what I knew that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know.
It doesn't. It only takes 2 or 3 runs to go up to 90-odd%, which is
oh really?
Yeah. After that, so the question is,
Mm.
has Israel and America's actions provoked Iran into making a nuke? Because when all this started, we sat here and we said, look, all America's doing at this point is telling small countries that if you don't have nuclear weapons, you're fair game. Because they'd just been into Venezuela and then they went into Iran, or they went after Iran. But they've never touched North Korea. So, they punched the piece and tapes after he had a fit.
What?
That's freaking ridiculous. Right, okay, let's move on.
Yes, let's move on.
Let's move on.
I'm sure the sides are only going to get worse anyway.
Jesus, they are. I'm sorry if I'm a bit low energy because I've been fasting all week. So
yes, you have.
I'm on a water fast and I'm going to try and push through to Monday, which will give me a full 7 days of fasting. And we'll see how that goes. So far, I've lost a stone. I've lost a stone, but you can't tell. I still got a big ball face. Right. Russia rains down hypersonic missiles in revenge attack on Ukraine. So the Ukraine and the Ukraine-Russia special military operation seems to have slipped back a bit as well, doesn't it? It kind of died back in the headlines, but they are still going at it. They're still dropping bombs on each other.
For God's sake, they should just leave it alone now. Like, there's going to be no men left in Ukraine at this rate.
Yeah, well, that's true, and that's true.
Yep,
that's true. And Ukraine's getting quite antsy and spits in a lot of ordnance into Russia, which you got to think, what is the patience level in Russia? Because they hit some cargo ships. I think they hit four cargo ships or something in the Black Sea because they were loitering.
Yeah.
And they blew up Romania again. Ukraine did. One of their Navy drones blew up in Romania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was that the one that hit that apartment block that we talked about the other week? Was it 2 weeks ago or was it last week? I can't remember now.
No, this is
something separate.
This Romania drone blast is the military naval drone.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Oh, right. Let's move on. Okay, let's start with Henry, because I think this is going to take up a little bit of our time tonight.
It is, yeah.
So there'll be a full inquest with a jury next September, which will be looking into whether the police delay contributed to the death of Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it needs to look into more than that, because first of all, the main people that contributed to the death of Henry, apart from the assailant, right, has got to be the fact that the family never phoned for an ambulance at any point, even though they were all there before the police. It wasn't until the police arrived that an ambulance was called.
I know.
And even then, it only seemed to be as he slipped into unconsciousness.
So it was a bit too late. Because the other thing is as well. I know when we were talking just before we went live, and we're saying like there's been a lot of misinformation and things posted that have not been true. So one of the things I was talking about with Vaughan earlier this evening. So a member of the public in that street actually called because they heard Henry saying, obviously heard him screaming, I've been stabbed. And a member of the public called the police, but the police didn't actually, I'm assuming, arrive until there was another call made as well, wasn't there? Now, obviously, I don't know what the timings are and all that kind of thing, but wasn't it the brother of the scumbag who's now in prison, who called to say there's been a racist attack on me and my brother? And it was only then that the police arrived.
Yeah.
I also saw some other things. Now, I've got no clue when it comes to medicine. Haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I found this thread where there was something from a Polish doctor who said maybe, if an ambulance, like they might not have been able to like save him, but if the ambulance had got there sooner, and if he wasn't like, left on the floor and handcuffed and then dragged across the friggin' pavement, and he got to hospital quick. He, they might have been able to do something for him. And then there was another doctor in that thread who said she spoke to a colleague who works in trauma or HEMS or something. I don't know what the terminology is, but basically, and they were talking about something, and I'd never heard of this term before, called the golden hour. So I think that I'm guessing that refers to if there's that first hour after a serious attack or stabbing or something like that, and if nothing is done in that hour, then the person's going to die.
Well, if you get someone to hospital within an hour, you've got a much better chance.
You might have a chance of basically saving them, I guess. So I find that all very interesting. Not in like a morbid way, but what I mean, I think you understand what I mean.
Yeah. So I made a video or a live. I did a live stream on Monday.
Yeah, you
explaining the sentence, because a lot of people were cracking up about the 21-year sentence, saying that he'll be out in 10 years. Well, he won't be out in 10 years, because a life sentence is a life sentence. When it comes to a crime like this, like murder, then a life sentence is a life sentence. It doesn't mean 21 years. It means he can't get parole until he has served 21 years behind bars. So that's the start of when he can apply for parole. And if the parole board believe that he is still a danger to the public, they can refuse it. And they can continue to refuse it. And this does happen. Because if you have a life sentence, you never lose it. Even when you get out on a life license. And if you do anything wrong, bang, straight back to the pokey. So, moving on. So it's a minimum of 21 years before you can apply for parole. Okay?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean he actually does 21 years.
No.
And the whole thing's quite sickening in some respects, especially the way the police behaved, because I've seen the footage and it's just appalling.
It's actually disgusting, and to me, actually, it comes across as like inherently evil and inhumane. It's like they actually thought he was a little piece of SH1 on their boot, and that fucking term. I don't think you are, mate. Who the fuck does he think he's talking to? Even the father has said he had to hold him up because he had blood coming out of his fucking mouth. He was stabbed in his fucking face.
Yeah, the whole thing.
For fuck's sake, where's the fucking humanity? These people are just like fucking robots. Sorry.
It's fine. You get it out. Right. So,
what have we
got? Couple of things that have happened after this. So Rupert Lowe says Starmer hates Musk because he's given the British people a true free speech platform. Now, I don't know, and this is where I've always, well, you know me, I don't like politicians.
No, I know.
Right, so I've never really thrown my weight behind Rupert Lowe, and now I'm thinking, well, this is the end. This is the start of him starting to expose himself as either an idiot, right, or just someone who's making political gain out of a unfortunate situation, because this whole Musk and free speech thing's a load of bullshit. X isn't free speech. If you think it is, you're off your trolley.
Yeah, I've got a bridge to sell you.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing's nuts. And if you want to have a look at that link I sent earlier on, that has a pretty good go at Musk, because initially he talked a good game, but he didn't follow through, and all he's done is effectively made it a capitalist enterprise, because Musk is interested in the UK for one reason only: to protect his investment. That's the only reason he's interested in the politics of the UK. He's not trying to save us. He's protecting his investment, because he doesn't want to have to go and hire all the people he had as moderators before. Because they had something like 8,000 moderators now, and he fired them down to about 2,600 or something, right? So I mean,
I know when he
them.
bought Twitter, I know he literally had a clear out of people, but obviously I had no idea about what they were what those people were doing. Probably not an awful lot, to be honest.
Well, a lot of them were moderating, and it's I'm not saying Twitter was good under Dorsey. It got progressively worse. But it wasn't any worse than it is now under Musk, because now everyone with a blue tick is just posting bullshit to try and get clicks and likes, because that's the only way they can make some money off this pitiful advertising platform. That's effectively what it's becoming. It is a detritus. It's just full of it. It's just full of shit. So, yeah, I'm not terribly happy with Rupert Lowe's comments, because he's either being really naive or he's being incredibly stupid. Either way, it doesn't do well. Or he's being completely disingenuous and just trying to make political capital.
Yeah, potentially.
Right. So Darren Grimes here. Anyone else struggling to understand how the courts and British justice can move within 24 hours against an angry fella pushing a bin? Ah, right. This is where the bin comes in, beats and tapes.
Yeah, because they did towards the end of the so there was a protest, and it was peaceful. And then as it got a bit late after, because people were speaking, there was Tommy Robinson and there was a couple of other people speaking.
Yeah.
And then I think the police did their good old thing where they started doing their whatever. I don't know if they were kettling or they were doing something, because I watched a bit of the stream, but then I was making dinner and one was coming home. And then I know from watching stuff the next day that bins were hurtling at being flung at the police later in that evening.
Yeah. Okay. So
sorry.
Darren wonders how the courts and British justice can move within 24 hours against an angry fella pushing a bin, but everything else takes months, if not years, to be heard. Well, that's quite simple, Darren, because Mr. Frost here, who's been jailed for pushing a bin at police officers during disorder, obviously pled fucking guilty.
Yeah.
So he didn't go to trial. That's why it didn't take months or years. Because he pled guilty, and the same thing applies to Lucy Connolly. She pled guilty.
She was pressured to.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that's how it goes. If they had gone, no, actually, I'm not guilty, then it would have been a drawn-out process. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's been dealt with so quickly. So, no, it's not particularly hard to understand, and it's not rocket science. And you are being a disingenuous twat for presuming or for saying that it is, because you know fine, Darren Grimes, that's why, because he pled guilty.
Yeah.
Southampton police station, then they moved through Beauvoir Valley into Portsmouth, which was all
it was peaceful for quite a while.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah,
and then it got argy.
So what the fuck was Tommy Robinson doing there anyway? Why is he there? Because he's an inflammatory figure, no matter what you think, if he's good, bad, indifferent. And I really don't care. I don't care much for the guy. I think he did some good work early doors, but recently he's an inflammatory figure. So what's he doing there?
I don't know. It should have just been, because obviously I don't live near Southampton. It would take me nearly 2 hours to get down there by train. So
yeah, does Tommy not live in Spain?
I don't know where he just be. I kind of lose track. But anyway.
So what's he actually doing there? Lawrence Fox was all the usual suspects. Yeah. So why are all these inflammatory figures appearing? What is it? What do you want, people? I mean, if you want a war, go to war. You know what I mean? And I'm not suggesting that you should, but what do you want? Because turning up on the street and throwing bricks through people's windows and setting cars on fire and turning police cars upside down isn't going to make any fucking difference other than make policing more prescriptive. You know? So what is it you want?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, you had justice. No, I haven't lost my ex-account, Soldier.
Oh, hi, Soldier.
I deactivated it. But you've had these people have had justice. The guy got a life sentence, right? So they've had justice as much as you can get in the UK. And so what more do you want? And the thing is, if you think the police are going to be prosecuted for this, then
I've
you're
got
wrong.
I've got London Bridge to sell you.
Yeah, you're wrong, because that's not how the courts are very loath to prosecute the police. And if you want to know why, have a look at some of my videos about the police, because that explains the whole situation.
Doesn't make it right, folks.
I'm not saying it's right.
I think those officers. Well, one is actually, I'm sure you will know, because it was in the father's statement outside the court after sentencing on Monday. One actually resigned and didn't even speak to the feckin' IOPC. Like, how the fuck does that happen?
He should still have to give a statement, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the other two are working. But you know, of course, there should be charges against them. But we know that won't happen because they're an arm of the state.
But the other thing that happened was someone gave out a cop's address and said they were there.
Oh yeah,
who wasn't there. So now you've got a lynch mob, lynch mob basically turning up at their house. That's not right either, you know. Jack Straw thinks the police have gone too far with their guidance.
Well, all the police forces have got this racism action, whatever, DEI plans, which they all follow to the T.
Yeah, and this is what gets me. So what gets me is that, and I've always said this: the police get the society they deserve, and the society gets the police they deserve. Because the police and society are intrinsically linked.
Oh, I'm going to send this to John. Soldier designed a new T-shirt. Well, because my camera is so bad, you won't be able to see it. I'm going to try and screenshot of the photograph, and then I'll send it you.
Right. Okay. I'll have a look at it. We might even show it if it's suitable.
I'm just saving it.
Let's move on.
Move on.
Should we move on from this? Is there anything else we want to talk about?
No, I don't think.
I think the whole thing is disgusting. I think the way the police behave was disgusting. I make no apology for it. I think,
John, I've sent it you.
The whole thing's been improperly handled. The senior police officers coming out and making the statements that they did were appalling.
Absolutely piss poor.
Absolutely appalling. You know, sometimes when you've fucked up, the only thing you can do is turn around and say, "Look, we fucked up. We're sorry." You know,
not come out with all this other inhumane guff.
Yeah, exactly. You know, sometimes, I mean, people respect you more if you just put your hands up and say, "Yeah, I screwed up." And you know, the way that cop behaved wasn't professional at all.
No,
it just wasn't. And the other thing, I mean, well, actually, we've got more slides coming, so we'll still be on the Nowak riot thing later.
I have sent you the photo of the T-shirt.
Yeah, right. What's his name? That fat guy, Mike Graham, right? I mean, I've got a cheek saying anyone's a fat guy, but he's fatter than me, isn't he? But anyway. Mike Graham asks David Lammy if he'd take
I think it was Nick Ferrari.
Oh no, it was Nick Ferrari, right? Okay,
and he's even fatter.
Right, so he asked David, and David Lammy, he got the fattest head I've ever seen. David Lammy was asked if he would take the knee for Henry Nowak, and he said no, he didn't think so. Now, of course he'd not, because Henry Nowak was white, and that's a big no-no. Imagine a black guy kneeling for a white guy. Oh wow, the optics, that would be fantastic. But yeah, he's got no fucking sense of what's going on in the world at all. These people, they really don't. I mean, if he had any sense, he would sit down and say, "I think it's appalling. I think it's appalling." You know. I don't know if I don't think anyone should take the knee for anyone.
No.
I think that whole Americanized pish about the George Floyd stuff is just ridiculous, and I think people should just have dumped that. And to still keep bringing it up is like, why? Just fucking get over it. And I mean, that whole BLM thing, that made me sick. Especially the way the police behaved, kowtowing to it as well.
What was that? No fear, no favor, or whatever.
Without fear or favor.
Oh, without fear or favor. Sorry, Jim.
Anyway, right. Let's move on. So Elon Musk says outrageous double standards. USA, I can't breathe. Outrage, city on fire. Blah blah blah. UK, I can't breathe. Indifference. Well, that's not quite, because there's a picture from Southampton. That's not quite indifference, right? So people were stirred up to make a difference. Now, both these situations, I think, have been manipulated by unsavoury elements. I think the BLM thing certainly was a manipulated, rising, playing on George Floyd.
Yeah.
And I think the whole Southampton thing, like you say, if it started off peaceful, I think it was manipulated into the point where there was almost certainty that they were going to clash with the police. Almost certainty. Let me just check. I don't think this will show up on screen. That one. Yeah.
Oh, Soldier's t-shirt.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I'll see if I can slip that in later, Soldier.
Okay.
Right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go on to the next slide.
Okie dokie.
Oh, you're so far right politically. I'm just a normal person from 1995, and I think that's pretty accurate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again.
Yeah. No, I'm just normal from 1995.
There you go. Boom.
That's Soldier's t-shirt. I told him he should print it up and start wearing it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Well, it's not cool, but it makes a point without. It can't be construed as offensive, can it?
No.
So I think it makes a good point, Soldier. I think you're onto a winner there, mate. I think we should sell them.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Right. Two-tier policing is well documented now. UKIP, Henry Nowak protest, BLM protest, police in non-riot gear, right? James Webb says, if sanity is ever restored in the UK, Tommy Robinson should be knighted as a saviour of the realm.
What? What's going on?
Without his relentless reportage and activism, the what was it? The something of the Starmer tyranny would never have been exposed. No, it's just Starmer. He's only talking about the last couple of years. The same police force which handcuffed Henry Nowak and called for him a liar as he died did this to people protesting. Now, this was pretty bad. So you see the guys with the riot shields, they're using them as weapons, right?
Yeah,
So they're holding the shields and thrusting them down on what looked like a guy's neck. Now that's not right. Nobody's ever taught them to do that with a riot shield. A riot shield it can be used offensively, but not like that. That's not the way you do it. It should never be off the vertical unless you're using it in the kind of Roman thing when you're protecting yourself from attack from above. But I'm riot trained. I've been through all the riot training and had cops lobbing bricks and things at us because we were, playing to it. But that's not right. That is not right what these cops are doing. And those cops should be taken off and suspended while they're being investigated, because that's completely wrong.
I know. There was also another scene where basically there was there's been a lot of, obviously I know you're not on X, so you probably won't have seen it, but
I'm still on X, but I'm not on. You're not commenting or whatever. So you may have seen it then, but
there was a guy who was literally like, he was basically standing off to the side against like a wall, and then the police just basically, he ended up on the floor and they were battering him in his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, I
what?
think
He wasn't even doing anything. He was actually just standing with his back. I don't know if it was like a fence or a wall or something. And they literally got him on. I don't know how he got onto the floor, because they pushed him or somebody pushed him or something. He wasn't even being antagonistic to the police or anything like that. And there was loads of them, and they were battering the fuck out of his head.
yeah.
It's not
And
on. It's not on, John.
it's not on. It's not on at all. But people have to remember that this isn't a one-way street. And we talk about two-tier policing, but that picture there of the police, you know, the
What's that
police
on BLM, is it?
doing the PLM protest without riot gear, isn't indicative of what it was like, because that's the police also doing BLM protests.
Yeah, and in London there was horses, and I know some horses got injured, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah,
they had to kind of go down Whitehall.
So is it two-tier policing, or is it just it's two-tier policing when it suits you? You know, because I mean, if you remember, one of my videos showed you the amount of people that get arrested on the left far outstrips the people that get arrested on the right. Far outstrips it. So how two-tier is the policing? I think the policing is universally shit. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think
it's really, really poor.
What each side done is selective. You know, they take the information that they want to further their cause. And that's not right. You know, by all means report the situation, but don't try and manipulate it like that BLM thing there, you know, like Musk does or whatever, because that's not fucking right either. You know, if you're going to report it honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
They did also. I will say though, because obviously, we used to go with Ben on the anti-lockdown protests, and there was a lot of battering and very heavy-handedness by the police.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't rioting, like they were doing it to like like the indie journalists, and they got attacked, and like just people like we're just like protesting, doing that anti-lockdown, anti-COVID measure protests, and they went in really flipping heavy. Even when it was like after the protest, and people were sitting down in like Hyde Park afterwards.
Yeah. And you know what? If this was a lefty podcast and we were speaking and we were lefties, we'd be saying exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
We would be saying exactly the same thing. We'd be saying the police were heavy-handed. You know, so that's my point. I don't think it matters what side you're on. I think the police are heavy-handed, and I don't think there is much two-tier policing as you think. Yes.
It's your perception, as you say.
It is a perception, but the other thing is, yes, you know, the police have maybe gone too far in the woke thing, and especially responding to ethnic calls in front of others. You know, no, calls should be triaged appropriately, with regard to severity. Yeah,
regardless of this racism, race policy bullshit. But unfortunately, they're all indoctrinated with it.
Well, yeah.
Now
and that's what annoys me, because you know, somebody phones in and says, you know, somebody's called me a bad name and they were racist about it, and you know, no, you don't. Somebody called you a bad name, big deal. You know.
Stop wasting my time. Get off the fucking telephone.
Or we'll get to you in a couple of days.
Police terminology is.
Yeah. Have you anybody else you'd like to dob in while you're at it? Fucking
anything
grass.
else? Yeah. No. Stop wasting my time. Fuck off. One thing that I did find interesting, and it's not related to Henry Nowak, because I've seen a lot of threads as well the last couple of days. It's like, what kind of like decent person now would join the police? And I kind of got on and I said, so somebody I worked with a long time ago in a previous job, his son always wanted to be a policeman. He did all his training and everything. They went to is it passing out or something, or whatever it's called?
Yeah, passing out period,
yeah. Did all that, and you know, he was keen as always keen as mustard, always wanted to do it, like had his heart set on it. He was assigned to a police station somewhere in central London.
Yeah.
He lasted a year and he left, and my colleague was very vague about why he left, and I wasn't going to like press him on it, and I'm assuming his son was like him, a nice, decent person, you know. But he
Yeah.
left. He left after a year, so that's kind of. And bearing in mind, he always wanted to do it. You know, he always wanted to be a copper and all that kind of stuff. And he
Yeah.
left after 1 year. 1 year of being in the Met Police.
Yeah, I can imagine why he left as well. I really can.
That always stuck in my head.
Especially now. Yeah. Right, moving on. After the Henry Nowak tragedy, Peter Hitchens makes controversial call to abolish Britain's entire police force and start again.
Well, he might actually have a point here.
Yeah, but right, to do that, you would need to change absolutely everything. So how would you implement that? How would you fund it?
No idea.
You know, it sounds like pie in the sky. Because the other problem is your politicians, your security services, your social work, you know, everything's they're all tied into this
police.
fucking mesh of bullshit. So to unpick that would take decades. I think police reform is required, but I think what we need to do is we need to separate. We need to do what America technically does, which is separate your legislative branch from your judicial branch. And, you know, police enforcement shouldn't come under the legislative, which is where it is just now. Because police enforcement comes under the politicians.
A lot of people talk about, and I don't have a clue about it because I don't really know anything about it, but that the College of Policing is not so good. And I think that's probably where those non-crime hate doodah things came from. College of Policing, but I don't know. I don't know enough about these things.
I don't know. I mean, the last time I was in the College of Policing was around about 2010, something like that, 2011. And it didn't seem that bad, but then again, things have changed a lot in the last 10, 15 years, you know. Anyone up for ripping through? No.
Ripping through what?
I don't know. I don't know what DW is meaning, but we can't have laws that discriminate against particular sectors of society, can we? Or should we?
Well, it seems that the police follow their own policies which do such things, but in any case.
I don't know what that is, DW. I need to look at it offline, mate. Right, let's
carry on, shall we?
Oh, he says it's not a racist thing. That's good.
Oh, but it's not a racist thing. Oh, okay.
I'll look at it offline, mate, and maybe do something on it. Right. Careless passenger causes flight from New Jersey to Spain to make a U-turn after triggering panic over Bluetooth device's name.
Oh no! What was there? Hang on. Why is there Bluetooth got a device a separate name?
Bluetooth devices have names. Usually they're called something like, you know, Sony headphones or Shalini's iPhone or whatever, right? So everybody on the plane was told to turn off their Bluetooth, and two were left on, and one of them was still there called Bomb.
What? Are you joking?
Somebody called their Bluetooth speaker Bomb, and then went on a flight with it.
Were they from a certain cultish religion?
No, I don't think so. I don't think this was. I think this is just an example of no, not innocent. A complete example of an idiocy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Retard.
Yeah.
13, 20, retard.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Imagine calling that your flipping Bluetooth. That
if you're going to take a flight, you know what I mean. And the other thing that happened last week,
you could call it Fred or something stupid, you know,
or even an FBI surveillance van. That's not going to get the flight turned around. But there was a boy flying. He was meant to take a flight on holiday, last week, I think, or 10 days ago on British Airways, and
I think I saw this. Was this the boy with kind of like a Tourette's
with
thing?
Tourette's, and he
they
said,
did
"There's a bomb! There's a bomb!" And it's
they did. I think the parents did notify British Airways.
They notified everyone well in advance, and he still was refused to fly, which is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Nicola Sturgeon's crooked husband bought 108 loo rolls 48 hours before she urged the public not to panic buy at the start of the COVID. Do you remember that when you couldn't get a freaking toilet roll?
Because you couldn't get it anywhere.
It's not like COVID caused diarrhea.
No, it was mad, wasn't it?
It was completely nuts, and it just shows you how quickly we are from how little time we are from disaster, because we must have sold out of, because people were panic buying, everybody bought loo rolls, and suddenly you couldn't get a freaking loo roll for love nor money. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And the other thing was you couldn't get it was loo rolls, I think pasta, flour, and I think eggs. Was that it, guys? I think those were the four things were really difficult to get during COVID, because all the stupid work from home people. Well, not me, because I don't even know how to fucking bake, which Vaughan keeps having a go at me about. People were making fucking banana bread or whatever.
That's right, banana bread.
Yeah, and that's why all the eggs are gone. It's like, well, the rest of us would just like to feckin' eat, if you don't mind. Can you stop making feckin' banana bread? Anyway, moving on.
Militant Mushroom says a lot of shite, a folk talk shite. You're right, mate, you're right. A lot of people did. Right, moving on. Someone was texting, "You know who you are," the moment Rosamund Pike berates audience member for using their phone during finale of West End play. She got a right hump on.
Yeah, but that is rude.
Well, okay, but freaking hell, man. Someone was texting, "You know who you are." It's like... People don't have the ability to focus on a play these days. It goes on too long. Right. Tourist sparks fury in Santorini by emptying the ashes of a loved one during walk through the island's famed narrow street.
Hang on, were they meant to do that, or was that an accident and they didn't realise the bottle was open?
No, look. She's spreading it. You can see the one on the right. She's spreading it, right?
She is.
A British woman has sparked fury on Santorini after she allegedly emptied the ashes of a loved one on the Greek island's famed narrow streets. Footage shared to social media showed the woman carrying a clear plastic container filled with what appears to be ash through the picturesque streets of Oi? I don't know. On the north of the island. She sprinkled the ashes as she and a group of other tourists walked by residents' home.
Well, it's only going to get swept up anyway and go in the bin.
Yeah, I know.
Silly woman. They could have just put them in the sea there in Greece or something,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stupid woman.
Over 2,300 UK fans have been banned from World Cup travel.
Uh-oh.
More than 2,300 people are subject to football banning orders in the United Kingdom. Will be prevented from travelling to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, at the Home Office enforces passport surrender requirements ahead of the tournament opening on June the 11th.
That's next week then, isn't it, when all that nonsense starts?
Yeah, June the 11th. Yeah, that's what? Thursday, next Thursday, is it?
I won't be going anywhere near a pub then.
Yeah, but you'll be fine because all the games are on late.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I'll be asleep. Shlini will be asleep.
Yeah, ashes float on the sea. I did it, said Soldier. Yeah, but they'll sink eventually, mate, won't they?
Yeah.
They'll go down into sediment and then become rock at some point.
Indeed.
Right, moving on. Chinese firm developing AI to predict dissent, leaked documents show. A Chinese technology company is working to build artificial intelligence tools that could allow authoritarian governments to identify potential political critics before they ever express dissent.
Are they going to be reading our thoughts? What the fuck?
Why did my... That's bizarre. Why
What?
did... Well, my browser resized itself and then jumped back. That's weird.
Can I just ask a question? In the photograph that they've used, they've got those the arms and the hands are so tiny.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of funny.
It is bizarre.
Bizarre. Well, it's China.
How bizarre! How bizarre!
Do 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 do.
Muslim man screams Allahu Akbar and throws a bag onto the New York subway. Instant panic. So people immediately start running in fear for their lives. Understandably so. It could very well be a bomb. He just stands there thinking it's funny. Then he wonders why no other religious group causes this level of fear and anxiety. He later claimed it was all just a prank to expose Islamophobia. So this guy, you see him there in the white, right, on the right. So he jumps in at the last second and shouts Allahu Akbar, right? Throws down this backpack and everybody fucking bolts out of the train, right?
Yeah, well, of course they do. They probably think it's going to be a fucking bomb, you fucking moron. It's nothing to do with Islamophobia either.
And the police take no action.
I'm surprised.
No action was taken. What the fuck? That's in New York. That was the home of... New York was the home of, you know...
Tough cops.
Well, it was. They clamped down on policing. You know, zero tolerance policing. That was the start of it. That's where it all started. And then it came to Britain.
Oh, I guess not anymore.
Well, it's not anymore in Britain either, because you know, police have got to respond to racist things first. Because bad words hurt people.
I know.
Fucking, I just can't get over it.
Take me off this fucking planet.
And yet, I mean, it's just crazy.
Can we have the aliens invade now, please?
Yeah. Right, here's one you sent me earlier.
It is. These two are absolute vile fucking scumbags.
So, do you want to explain it?
Okay, so apparently these two, you may have seen it if you've been on X today, boys and girls. So these two do some kind of content creation on YouTube and this and that and whatever else, and they do a lot of live streaming and whatever. So they got preggers, yay, great. And then they did a live stream, I think whenever it must have been a couple of weeks ago, and they found out that the baby had Down syndrome. So what did they do? They went and they murdered their baby with Down syndrome at 21 weeks. And what else did they do? They live streamed the whole them getting the news. Then they put all that on. They put the whole post on X about how they made the decision, and it was really, really hard. And they murdered their baby. And then the guy was really, really shocked that he got a load of I did comment, although obviously they're in America, because I think it was disgusting. And then he was crying about all the vile hatred that he's got. It's like, well, yeah, you murdered your child. All because, you know, your baby potentially has Down syndrome. And in that thread where he talks about the abortion, there was a load of posts from parents and families who had Down syndrome children, and you know, of all different ages. Just disgusting, these people.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
I'm with you, Militant. I'm with you, mate. Right.
They should not be allowed to have those two should not be parents. They should not be allowed to have kids. People like that should not be allowed to have fucking children. Sorry.
Sainsbury's ditches brown eggs and net zero drive.
This is just so stupid. I'm sure the chickens that lay brown eggs there's no difference in fucking just fucking stupid Sainsbury's.
Supermarket says shift will indirectly reduce demand on land and water used to grow feed crops. So Sainsbury's is ditching brown eggs and switching to white as it races to hit net zero. Plans to sell only white shell eggs in its own brand cartons after studies found they have a lower carbon footprint than brown alternatives. It might be like this low.
And I bet you,
it's a tiny amount.
I don't know nothing about raising chickens, having having a farm, but I want to bet this is a load of bollocks. So if there's anybody that knows from the chat or our troll room that knows anybody who's got chickens, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say this is a load of bollocks.
Yeah. I think the white egg chickens eat slightly less than the brown egg chickens. Is this racist though? Is this racist?
I know, that's what I said to Ford. I said, look what happened. They're racist now against brown eggs. Middleton Mush says it is.
Brown eggs matter.
It's egg racism, Vaughan says. In the chat.
Brown eggs matter.
Yeah, they do. Brown eggs do feckin' matter. Idiots. Oh, yeah,
a century old and still putting a smile on people's faces. Who's this old codger?
This is Dick Van Dyke, and it was actually somebody else who posted this today, and I played it, and it did actually make me smile. And I was singing to my heart's content, and I'm sure my whole block was very happy. I was singing "Let's Go Fly a Kite" from Mary Poppins. He's 100, man.
That's pretty damn good, isn't it?
I know, right?
He's done all right, and he's still in good. He looks in reasonable shape for 100. And
he was in all right, singing voice as well. Not bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that was nice.
US journalist pleads guilty to working as China's agent. China! A US journalist who's been living and working in China for over a decade has pleaded guilty in a US court to working as an illegal agent for the People's Republic of China.
China.
You know who else has been working as a Chinese agent?
Who?
That guy on YouTube who calls himself Professor Yang Jin or whatever.
No idea who that is.
I've made a video on him.
Oh, okay.
Called America. In fact, it's on this channel, America's Doomsday or something, right? So he's a Chinese agent.
Oh,
because
I think I watched that. Yuan something or other. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
He got deported from China for being in a. Oh
yeah, he did. Yeah,
he got deported from China for being a subversive element, sent back to Canada. But he's not Canadian; he's Chinese. But he was in Canada, so he got deported to Canada and then allowed back within a year. And now he does YouTube from Beijing.
Yeah, that's right.
Alarm bells.
Yeah, I know.
Alarm bells. How did he get through the Great Firewall?
I know, right?
And he has 2.6 million subscribers.
Yeah, and exactly.
And all he's doing is pure propaganda against the States and the West.
Oh,
Canada is full of Chinese spies. You're right.
I'm going to have to note again, Hachi is late again on the register.
Is that 2 weeks in a row?
That's 2 weeks in a row, Hachi.
Third strike, you're out.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Hachi.
Right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. But there is a lot of Chinese people in Canada for some reason.
So I have atrial fibrillation, unless you didn't know, but
no, I didn't.
Oh, did you not? That's my heart condition. But doctor accidentally fixes patient's irregular heartbeat by sticking a finger in a very unexpected place.
Oh no! Do we want to know where this is? This going to be too much information?
The doctor gave him a rectal exam because he wanted to check for gastrointestinal bleeding, and apparently it fixed his atrial fibrillation. Oh, and now they're looking into it as a possible cure. They're thinking something along the lines of stimulation of the vagus nerve may help reset your heart rate.
Right, okay. No comment.
No comment, indeed. Right, moving on. Who is Megan Thee Stallion? I don't even know.
I've got no flipping clue.
So, but anyway, this is just nuts. Megan Thee Stallion's fans are contacting Etsy witches to curse her ex after they've split up. So these people are paying witches on Etsy to make curses on this guy who's a football player in America.
I think you might need to hit a certain button.
40, 30, 20, retard.
You just can't make this shit up, can you? DW says might as well go to the vet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've only got 3 slides left.
Ooh.
But we've done nearly an hour.
Done all right.
So,
we've done all right.
Because we only started with 30 slides, which is low. Right, moving on. Farmers want to breed uglier cows after hordes of influencers inundate farms to take snaps with cattle. My cows don't get any peace.
Yeah, but these cows are so fluffy. But I wouldn't start going in a field because you never know what might happen to you.
No, because they've got pretty big horns.
Yeah, exactly. You might get into a spot of bother, shall we say?
Yvonne says he's a basketball player. I really don't care, but thank you for the input. So, yes, initially I thought he was wanting to breed ugly cows for another reason, to do with another group of people who have a penchant for animals. Yes. But we'll not go there.
No, that's not.
Let's
don't want to get a strike.
Fox 11 LA anchors make a not safe for work mistake while discussing hit horror flick Backrooms.
Oh, what did they say?
So, Backrooms movie is scary enough, but a Fox 11 anchor's not suitable for work mistake could be darker. He thought the movie was titled Backdoor. He joked on the Friday morning show that he was looking up the movie and put in the mistaken title. Yeah, don't do that. Do not look for two girls, one cup either. Right, last and the last one's just nuts. This is real. Okay.
Oh no.
First ever sperm racing World Cup pits horny rich bros against each other in 100k battle for baby maker supremacy.
Oh my god! And you said this is real?
Yeah, this is real. What a headline that is. This may not be literal penis measuring contest, but fertility advocates may have developed the next best thing. Men of the world are invited to put their sperm against each other in a racy race where the owner of the swiftest swimmers takes home a sizable 100k.
I've heard that's it now. I've heard everything.
Yeah, you have.
I've literally heard everything now.
Gentlemen, applications are still open.
There you go, lads.
Vaughn.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Vaughn's not used. He's a millennial, isn't he? His sperm will be half the power of boomers and Gen Xers.
Oh my god. This is an American? Yeah, it's fucking American.
Yeah, it's going to be in San Francisco, but they're taking an entrant from every country in the world.
Oh my god.
So there you go. Get your sample in. Guys. Right. That'll do us, I think, for the night. Is there anything else you need to bring up? Anything happened while we've been online, people in the troll room? Last time we were... Am I applying? No, I don't think I will. If my sperm are like me, I couldn't be bothered. What was I going to say? Is there anything happened since we went online? Because I think
just going to have it.
Last time I was online, something excellent has happened while we were doing the show and we completely missed it and the troll room didn't tell us.
Anthony had nothing interesting in trending. What about news? No. No.
Did the 75 gig update, Dread Eye. So, Vaughn and I might be trying it again. Right. What
I don't see. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a snapping turtle. It looks prehistoric, I tell you.
We can't see what you're talking about.
No, I know. It's
but yeah, no, it was same old news cycle. Yep. It's issue is DW. Nothing's changing, like it's nothing major at the moment. Everything's just cracking along, just trying to grind us down.
Same.
Just trying to grind us down. Nils illegitimate scarandum, as they say.
Indeed.
Right. we'll be back on Sunday with a 6-baller.
Oh, is it a 6-baller on Sunday? Well, I never.
So it's a 6-baller on Sunday. So hope to see you then. And for that, it's been great for you.
That's all we've got time for this evening, so it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Stop playing with my bust!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, children. Good night, Daddy.
You're a what?
A pianist!
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
You have been a delightful audience to talk. Good night. Thank you.
Oh, my bottom hurts. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Tim Bob.
Oh, I did love that hamster so. I took it into bed with me every night, you know.
Good night, everybody.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have to go now. I've been standing here for a very long time. I think the end of the show must have come and gone.
There you go. That's our solar system.
You forgot Uranus.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening. You've been very nice to work.
Good night, Tim Bob.
Good night, Jim Bob.